Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Rosliani Utami Jaelani with students number 232122026 from class B. I'm a college student majoring in English education at Siliwangi University. And this video is a part of my final assignment for the critical discourse analysis in English language teaching course to share my reflections on my personal learning journey during this course. So, starting with the overview of the course. So CDA focus on examining how language and power are connected in various contexts, uncovering hidden ideologies in text and analyzing how language is used in power relation. Which from that, I raise my awareness about how language shapes our views. I was also introduced to several approaches, like Van Dyck's social cognitive approach that focusing on language as power, Fairclough dialectical relational approach that focusing on language as power, Woodak's discourse historical approach that focusing on language as situated in his history and context, and last but not least, Theo van Leeuwen's social representation approach that focusing on how social actors and action are represented in language. And all of these approaches help me see language from a deeper and more critical perspective. What I appreciate the most about this course was the teaching method used by my professor, Mrs. Agis. She often did some exciting brainstorming activities in class that made me think deeply about even the simple words. I began to recognize terms like ideologies, hegemony, and perspective in a new and deeper way. Mrs. Agis also gave us the text to analyze and also encourage us to find our own text, which was both challenging and fun. And one of the most interesting tasks I did was analyzing an article about Bintang Emon's Instagram post using a Van Dyck approach. In his post, he's a comedian, by the way. He criticized a privileged suspect who acted violently towards a youth from, an Ormas family. And as a college student or a student who also sees many of these issues on social media, I use my own point of view to understand the deeper meaning and come to know about sarcasm. I realized that, like even a funny writing can carry a serious message. And this experience helped me think more critical about language and power in everyday life. Also, this course completely changed the way I read and understand language in a text. I realized that language has power and can shape the way people think, influence their opinions, and even control their beliefs, including mine. And of course, my learning journey was not without its challenges. I often struggle to understand the academic articles that given or shared by Mrs. Agis because the vocabulary used in them or in the article was quite complex and I was not familiar with the meaning. Like many times, I feel lost and overwhelmed, but instead of giving up, I push myself to keep going. I begin by connecting the text with my own experiences. I ask myself, what do I feel when I read this? Or what do I already know about these issues? So from that, I learned that critical thinking doesn't always require big words. It needs, a curiosity, honestly. In future teaching, teachers should create activities that invite students to analyze real life texts, such as in advertisement or news headlines or social media posts, and ask them what exactly is the hidden meaning here. And more importantly, students should be encouraged to express their own original ideas. And it is crucial, yeah, to build a safe and supportive classroom environment where every student feel comfortable to share their voice without fear of being judged. And by doing this, I think teacher will help students develop a critical awareness of how language can reflect power and influence in society. And this will empower students to think independently, speak confidently, and use language as a tool to bring positive changes. To conclude, this course taught me that language is never neutral. It is full of meaning, power, and ideology. Through critical discourse analysis in English language teaching, discourse, I learned not only how to analyze text, but also how to think creatively and critically. Most importantly, I realized that being original and using my own words is not only a load, it is in fact very crucial. And yeah, maybe that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi